So we begin with the Trustee of the Year Award, and I'd like to invite Claire Offwood, the Institutional Client Director of Schroders, to the stage to present that award. Make her welcome.
Thank you. Schroders is proud of our history with CMSF, and we're once again delighted to be a sponsor of the 2016 conference. We're especially pleased to be involved with the AIST Trustee of the Year Award, an accolade which recognises the special and important contribution of one individual to an industry we're all part of. More than ever before, trustees are increasingly under pressure to perform their duties to an even higher standard, with a seemingly endless array of responsibilities, ranging from an open and accountable dialogue with fund members, negotiating a path through a constantly changing regulatory environment, to the far broader commitment of improving the not-for-profit segment of the superannuation system. The Trustee of the Year Award is designed to acknowledge the personal dedication of a trustee who demonstrates a strong commitment to the retirement outcomes of their members, who contributes to the community awareness of superannuation, and whose influence creates or sets the scene for future change or improvements. As such, it is Schroders' pleasure to announce this year's recipient, an individual whose colleagues and peers believe epitomises these characteristics. This year's winner has been recognised for her leadership, her tireless dedication to her role, and for her active engagement in the wider industry in sharing her experience and knowledge as a legal practitioner. Please join me in congratulating the winner of the AIST 2016 Trustee of the Year Award, Juliet Brown of Statewide Super.
Congratulations, Juliet. I can't think of a more worthy recipient for this award. What stands out for me is the tremendous leadership that you showed for the business in the past year, a year of significant change for Statewide, and at all times keeping the interests of our members at the forefront.
Well, I'm really excited that Juliet's won this Trustee of the Year Award this year. She's a terrific chair and director, and I actually first met her some years ago when I was on the board of Vision Super, and she was chair of local government super in South Australia, and I was really impressed by how capable and collaborative she was in her approach. She's since gone on to merge South Australian local government with statewide super, being responsible for a very complex merger over there, which was a terrific achievement. And I know that she's really well respected by her peers, the trustee board over there and the staff. And also I've been so impressed by how member focused she is and how committed to the representative trustee system she is. She's a very worthy winner, and I think it's terrific that she's being recognised in her hometown of Adelaide, where CMSF is this year.
Congratulations, Juliet. This award is a very fitting recognition of your excellent leadership of Statewide, not just in the last year, but over the last few years through the merger process with local government super. Mergers are a very difficult process, and all of the board benefited from your excellent leadership throughout that difficult process. We now have a great organisation in Statewide with an outstanding future, and as always you've been focused on what is in the best interest of members throughout that process. A fitting recognition of your excellent performance as chairman and your great leadership. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Juliet. I'm so pleased you've been awarded the Trustee of the Year. Very deserving. I've enjoyed getting to know you over the past 4 years through the Chair Forum. You're such a professional, so knowledgeable, but willing to share and help others.
Juliet, I've worked with you for a long time, and I know that this recognition is so richly deserved. As a board member, your integrity and your commitment to work commands the respect of everybody that knows you. As chair, you respect the ideas and the contribution of your fellow statewide directors and what their diverse backgrounds brings to the table. You've got a laser-sharp focus on the interests of our members and a commitment to growing the value of their funds over the long term. Juliet, both personally and on behalf of your colleagues at Statewide, we're genuinely delighted for you. Congratulations.
just want to turn that around.
Thank you. Thank you. My goodness, I know I broke my ankle for a reason. It was obviously the sympathy vote, so thank you very much indeed. Look, this is a real surprise and an absolute delight. I'd obviously like to thank whoever nominated me or whatever happened. I don't even know what the process is. But I think one person getting an award is only representative of the team that that person works with. And I'd like to thank, I know a lot of my fellow directors are here. I'd like to thank them for all their support. I particularly want to thank the staff. Obviously, we the directors depend on our staff, and without them we go nowhere. Also, the members, they stay with the fund. What can we do without our members? And they're the only reason that we're here. I'd like to also thank AIST. I've really enjoyed my association with AIST. I think they do a wonderful job in their education role, their advocacy role, and I think that the not-for-profit sector, or the profit-for-member sector, however you want to call it, I'm a passionate believer in it. I've now been associated for more years and I'd like to count with it, but I do have a feeling that it is a bit of a, what I call a fragile being at the moment. It needs to be continued to be nurtured, and I think AIST does a wonderful job of that. So I thank the AIST, I thank the board, and I thank Schroders very much indeed as the, I think, the sponsor of this award. But thank you all very much indeed. And oh, actually, one other thank you. In view of anyone who attended the Women in Super breakfast this morning and the discussion on diversity, I also think that the Government of South Australia, who have had a policy for the last 10 years, at least I think it is, of 50% of board members being women and 50% of women being chairs, and gave me a great chance because in fact I come out of the public sector in terms of local super originally, and if it hadn't been for the government policy in that regard, I don't think I would have ever got a start. So that acknowledgement needs to be made as well. So thank you very much indeed.